Hello, I'm RetroJules. I love my light tanks. My favourite type of tank. Tanks that are funny if you play them badly. Tanks that have always given me a really good variety of footage. But the Tusk contract has got everybody playing American and French light tanks. The new Stinger contract is also encouraging French and American light tanks. And the new premium mercenary tank is a light tank. It's just too much. What a wargaming thinking at the moment. It's going to completely carry on screwing up the matchmaking. And this is just the beginning, because we've got this right up until Christmas. You know, normally with the missions, they're over in a week or two. But these contracts run right up to Christmas, and then, over Christmas, there's probably going to be Tusk tanks everywhere. So the pain is going to continue. So I'm going to do my bit for the community, for the sanity of the game, and sadly stop playing my favourite type of tank. Now, since the last two updates, I had loads and loads of video footage which was quite current and gave me a real library of videos that I could make. But the trouble is, like this video, when you get to the end you realise it's quite old footage and I can't really use it. But luckily, this is a once upon a time video, which means I can look back with fond memories at my light tanks and use the video footage. This is my tier 10 German Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. I never did an unboxing video of it. I got it and I didn't play it. Very top heavy, very quick, very easy to roll, but with an excellent view range. So the plan for me is to just, as I've already said, get back into the tanking. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back into the tanking and try and give you guys some new tank styles seeing me play. So this is the last, this year, you are going to see me playing a light tank. I am going to concentrate on my tier 9 Conqueror to get the Chieftain. And I don't know if that's a good idea, because that's not going to get me away from this whole light tank issue, because it is at tiers 9 and 10. But I'm going to see how that goes, and I did have an afternoon, a Sunday afternoon, playing my Conqueror, and I did quite enjoy it. And what's been happening lately with my games is they've been really mediocre, which was kind of why I was hoping to be able to rely on this library of gameplay that I had, because even though I have been playing since these last two updates, but not as much, even in my light tanks, the games for me have just been mediocre. They've just been very normal, 2 or 3 tanks destroyed, 3 or 4,000 damage, and that's it. And that's just not really good enough footage or exciting footage to make videos with. You know, if I was rolling off the cliff on everyone, or doing something stupid, or rolling over, or if there was some sort of theme to them, then sometimes that's good enough to make a video. But they've just been really, really dull. So I'm about to go on a week's holiday. So this is going to be the last video you have for a week or two. And I just wanted to give you sort of a brief of what I'm going to do when I get back. And that will be get back into my tanking, grind my Conqueror, and if it's not really working out at tiers 9 and 10 and I'm finding the plagues of light tank a real pain, then I might just start grinding a different tank line. So these two clips that I'm going to show you are what I quite enjoy about playing the light tanks. I love the adaptability of a light tank. I love the fact that you can really react to the map if you're watching it and get to wherever you need to do wherever you need to be in the time that you've got left. But also, if you're just not feeling it, you can just try and sit, keep spotting, and rake in the assisted damage. And that's what these two videos are all about. We're 3 tanks down, and the heavy's going in for Artie, and I'm going to do my bit. It's the fatherland. It's not looking this way. I get a nice shot in. One more shot is all I need. We want to keep Artie in play, and Artie knows I'm here. It's saying, look guys, I'm reloading. Help. One more shot. Is it all? Is it? I can't tell if it's looking this way or not. And I can't afford to take a hit at all. Shot in the... Ah, it goes high and whistles over the top. That's really frustrating. And Artie goes, do you know what, Retro? If you can't do it, I'm reloaded. I'll do it for you. Oh, I'm sorry you had to do that, but at least it worked. Well done. Right, we have a light tank at H3, TD at F1. A rather good auto-aim on the Huntsman on the move that worked. And it's nice to have the Huntsman side on. And that's the one thing I did like about this tank. Not only has it got... I think it's got about 10 to 20 metres more view range than the other light tanks, if I remember rightly. Don't quote me on that. But it's got that 10 degrees of excellent gun depression, which means that you can sort of spot from a ridge line really effectively. Where's that Huntsman gone? Is he going to come around the back for Artie? Don't know. It's a one shot. Takes Artie out. And this is where it goes a bit wrong for me. I'm thinking he's taken a shot, doesn't know where I am, but he obviously does, because as I come around the corner, it's like he was ready for me, and I did not have any idea that he was on to me. Well, we went on to lose that game, but I spotted half the team. 19 assisted damage ribbons, 10 damage ribbons, and 3 critical. And the Oods bites the bullet and dies. So it was all about the assisted damage in that game. And a very decent, just under 6,000 assisted with just under 3,000 actual damage, so a combined of just under 9,000 damage is a very pleasing game. And secondly, Prokhorovka. I've said it before and I'll say it again, absolutely one of the best maps for a light tank, for spotting and getting assisted damage. This is my Tier 9 RU-251 Speerpanzer. I sold this to get the Rheinmetall, and I don't know if that was a good idea or not. I've not played the Rheinmetall enough to really judge that properly, but I always planned on keeping the RU-251, which is why it's got the camo on it. But of course, back then when the Tier 10 lights were introduced, I didn't know that there would be another tank to play after this that would give me a light tank at Tier 10. Up here on the west is one of my favourite spots, and if I can get here and stay undetected, then I normally have a really good assisted damage game, and I am pushing because the enemy are just not over here. And I just managed with this chieftain, I got a shot in and it probably knows I'm here, but I just managed to keep it on the edge of my detection zone, and I just don't think it knew where I was. And in comes the first assisted damage ribbon, and it is not going to be the last. In fact, it's kind of borderline a boring game, because I get myself in this position and I think to myself, well, I'm not going to go until that chieftain is taken out, and then hopefully I'll be able to get to Artie. Tracking shot, another assisted. Keeping it tracked. 4 assisted damage ribbons. And the chieftain is taken out. And then, from one rock hard tank to a really rock hard tank. I mean, luckily the chieftain was out in the open. Hull down, I wouldn't have gone anywhere near it. But an IS-7. But again, I've got that IS-7 right on the edge of the detection zone. And it doesn't know I'm here. Now I keep putting shots in. I'm trying to get rid of the scenery. I'm trying to blow its cover. I'm hoping it might take a blind shot, seeing my shots come in and reveal itself. And I just need the 2 tank destroyers behind me to start putting shots in. But I don't think they've got a line of sight. Oh, that's a nice big juicy shot. And another one. Got a shot in the tracks, but it didn't track it. And it would seem that their whole team has lemming trained to the east. And those that haven't lemming trained, which are, they've got a lot of triangles, are probably all camping up on the A line somewhere. Time to advance. IS-7 still hasn't been taken out. I'm doing my best to just try and keep it tracked. Got it. Come on, guys. It's not even looking this way. Another blind shot. Nothing. We are decimating the enemy in this. I had a sort of a love-hate relationship with the RU-251. When I first got it, I played it and loved it. Then it kind of got all rebalanced with the tier 10 light tanks coming in, and from what I remember, it actually got buffed quite a lot with its ammunition and penetration and what have you. But for some reason, I couldn't play it the same. And then, of course, once I got the Rheinmetall, well, then I couldn't afford the Rheinmetall without selling my RU-251. Batchat out in the open. Oh, no, terrible shot. Come on. 15 assisted damage ribbons. Auto aim. Ammo racks, the 113. The tier 10 Chinese heavy. 20 assisted damage. And it was one of the things I loved about playing a light tank, is being able to get the assisted damage if you just really didn't stand much of a chance against the enemy you were up against. And I'm going to miss playing light tanks, but I'm also looking forward to playing some different types of tanks and hopefully bring you guys a real variety in the videos too. I'm hoping to play more and get some decent footage out there. And if I don't, then I'm going to have to do some more Once Upon a Time videos and rely on my library of older footage. Well, that was a very decent 67,500 silver, 8,500 assisted damage. Not much of my own damage, but then that didn't matter. First class mastery and came second overall. Well, that's it. I'm on holiday for a week. I'm going to the Spanish island of Menorca with my lovely wife. We're meeting a couple of friends over there. And I thought perhaps you might want to see what the Spanish island of Menorca is all about. So I will leave you with this footage if you're interested. I'm really looking forward to having a week off. I'm looking forward to coming back. And I keep saying this, but really get back into the game. And continue with the channel and continue onwards with gameplay and amusing videos, because it's all got a little bit serious just lately. Keep safe, keep tanking, and I'll see you in a week or two.